Welcome to the Metrodome for Minnesota Twins baseball. Fantasy Play-by-Play is brought to you by Budweiser. And now, here's your Fantasy Play-by-Play announcer.
Leo Gomez, the third baseman at bat right now. My name is Hans Johnson, along with Stephen Herp.
Good evening.
My color man this evening. Leo Gomez, that's the plate. Here's the pitch from Smiley. High and inside for a ball. Leo Gomez was with Baltimore last year when they made a run for the pennant, but they were a little short, Steve. What happened with that last year?
Well, Baltimore's making a run, but Toronto is really, past few years, has really been dominating that AL Eastern Division.
Smiley's second pitch to Gomez. High and inside again. 2-0. 2-0 right now.
And again, this year, it looks like Toronto really has a good shot at it along with Baltimore. Both teams are playing very well.
And Gomez takes a swing at the pitch. Right through the ball. 2-1 right now. We're in the top of the second inning, and we're in a scoreless ball game with one hit apiece for the Twins and the O's.
Gomez has been doing it with the bat and in the field. Only 5 errors in his past 149.
And has John Smiley been hot or what? With the pitch and a long drive, deep ball, and foul. Yes, foul ball. So it's 2-2 to Leo Gomez.
Twins fans holding their breath there.
Deep drive. He got a hold of that one. John Smiley has been on a tear as of late with a, what's his ERA right now? John Smiley, 3.43 ERA, so.
And I think if we looked a little closer,
Strike three. He's out of there. He whipped. He's gone. And John Smiley with a K. Happy to see that.
And I think that ERA is just a little bit inflated. Really doesn't deserve that ERA, considering the fact that over the last few games, he has really been coming on. About the last 10 games or so. He had a rough start, but he's really coming through now.
And we have one out at the top of the second inning. And the batter will be Mr. Joe Orsulak, 283. John Smiley's pitch is a line drive up the middle, John. And here's Pedro Munoz with the ball, throws it in to Gagne. And no matter what you think of my performance, I look great because Fantasy Play-by-Play is recorded on Maxell tape. Maxell tape for professional broadcast only. And the man on first base.
Orsulak really ripped that one. I don't think Knobloch had a chance, but Knobloch always hustling, making the dive.
Bill Ripken is at the plate. 228 average. He has not come around as a hitter as of yet, like his older brother, Mr. Cal Ripken. Here's the pitch. And Smiley throws it to first base. And Herbeck is over there holding Orsulak on. We have a beautiful day outside today as well. Game temperature is 74 degrees, and we are at 7:30.
Days like these, you wonder why we have a dome, but then you have your other days too, where it's 30 degrees outside, and you thank the Lord above that you have one of these Teflon toppers.
Smiley's pitch is high, and it's a ball. 1-0 right now to Billy Ripken.
Never really known for his bat, but heck of a defensive player.
That's right. Baltimore's going to make a run again at Toronto, it looks like. And the pitch is a strike. 1-1 to Bill Ripken.
You got to really, even though he's not up to bat, you got to really be in utter amazement of what Cal has accomplished, Billy's older brother.
Well, Billy hasn't come around with the lumber like he should have been. He's a great fielder. Just take a little more time for him to come around with the lumber. And the pitch is inside for a ball. And we're at 2-1. John Smiley, the former Pirates, coming over for the trade with Denny Nagel. And Denny Nagel's doing quite well with Pittsburgh right now. I believe he's 3-1 with he's in middle relief right now. And doing well. So the trade worked for both clubs.
Well, actually, I think Twins got the better of that deal. Smiley, a young pitcher still. He's only 27. Most left-handers don't come into their own until they're in their late 20s.
To sign John Smiley next year.
Very important. Not as important as Puckett, but very important. And, but one of these days they're going to have to let some of these big guys go. They got Mack and Knobloch coming up.
That's
and
right.
These are going to be some very important signings.
2 balls and a strike with a pitch, and it's a drive out to left center field. And Brewitt is in and makes the catch. Back to Gagne. The runner holds at first. Ursulak back. And there is 2 down in the inning. 2 outs, and we are having some fun now, kids. Yes, we're trying. And
easy catch for Brewitt, but a couple weeks ago, I don't know, he was really starting to cut in front of some people. Causing a little trouble out there in the outfield, but he's learning the ropes.
Stay tuned to WCCO Radio and win your chance to announce an inning in the Budweiser Fantasy Play-by-Play booth. News you want, people you know. WCCO Radio 830.
Jeff Tackett up to bat now.
Your old neighbor, the good old neighbor. John Smalley to the windup. Look to first and the pitch. Outside, it's a ball. 1-1 is the count with 2 gone in the inning, and a beautiful day again. I got to comment on this day outside. It's a beautiful day with the old hanky over us here. But it'd be nice to throw that hanky out and blow our nose on it. Here we go. Here's the pitch. And it's a little low for a ball. 2 balls and a strike.
Smiley struggling a little bit with his control tonight. He's issued a walk already.
If there has been a nemesis for John, it has been his walks to strikeout ratio in the first third of the year here, half of the year. High pop-up
Nice.
after the pitch. And here's Munoz. Munoz in, and he makes the catch for the inning. The inning is over, complete, kaput, and done. Stay tuned to Fantasy Play-by-Play, where we will be back as soon as we can. Stay tuned.
If you're choosy about sports, let WCCO Radio be the voice for your sports choice. How about U.S. Open golf coverage? Ray Christensen covers Golden Gopher football and basketball, second to none.
Handoff and falling into the end zone goes Carter. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Gophers take the lead. Score! Rebounded by Jackson. Up and in with 2 seconds to play.
And no one covers Twins baseball better than John Gordon and Herb Carneal.
There's going to be a hit for Gene Larkin. Gladden scores. And once again, the Minnesota Twins are baseball's world champions.
Not to mention impeccable Super Bowl and Final Four coverage. Oh, and by the way, who else has the one and only Mr. Sid Hartman?
Oh, Sid the Great.
Mike, I want to straighten you out on something. I'm not an expert on many things.
Sports you want, people you know. WCCO Radio is the voice for your sports choice.
And we are back at the Humpty Dumpty Dome, where we have a scoreless ball game. We're heading into the bottom of the second inning. My name is Hans Johnson, along with Steven Herbst.
Great to be here. Great to be living.
Great to be living.
Great to be alive, and the Twins are doing great. You gotta love it. This is a great time to be around and to be a sports fan here in the Twin Cities.
And if you're hungry for some chili, we got Chili Davis starting things off for us here in the bottom of the second inning. Then it'll be Brian Harper and Pedro Munoz.
You're really cracking me up tonight, you know that?
Oh, am I really? Thank you so much. What
Hans
a game
Johnson.
this is going to be. It's going to be a pitching battle all the way to the end. John Smiley against Mike Mussina, 8-3, 8-3. Both pitchers are 8-3. Can you believe this? Can you ask for anything better on a Friday night, the day before the 4th of July?
Dome, near sellout crowd as we get a look at it tonight.
Oh, the crowd is immaculate. It is big and bodacious and ready to roll. Here we go. Mussina looks in. Chili Davis whacks that dirt off his feet, and he gets in the batter's box and takes a couple of practice swings ready for the pitch. And here it comes. It's a long drive, high end. It will be caught if the left fielder can catch, and he does.
Brady Anderson caught that ball, having a heck of a year this year. Basically a no-name. Until now. Fantasy Play-by-Play is brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers. Nothing beats a Bud. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
And stepping at the plate right now is Brian Harper. And what a savior he has been for this team. Batting big, catching even better almost, and his defense has really come around. Here's the pitch. Low and a ball.
Ideally, when you have Harp up, you want to have a guy on base because Harper's probably one of the best guys in Major League Baseball in terms of moving the runners.
Tom Kelly has been quoted as saying there's nobody better at the plate with the man on first base with the hit-and-run situation. And the windup. Here's the pitch from Mussina. And it's a drive up the middle for a hit. And it's a solid single.
There you go. Closest K's.
And batting now will be Pedro Munoz. Yes. The Puerto Rican wonder. Here we are at the Dome with Bryant Harper on first. Pedro Munoz going to try to bat him around here. Solid single.
Big RBI man, Pedro Munoz is, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets Narwin here, but problem with Harper is he can't run.
Pedro is only 10 ribbies behind Kirby for the lead with the Twins. Mussina looks over that shoulder, over to first with Harper staying, and the pitch is inside and low for a ball. Oh, this is fun, I'll tell you what. A beautiful night at the Dome, and we are enjoying ourselves. Matt, my good friend here, is our technician tonight. So everybody, when you get a chance, say hi to Matt and come on down to the Fantasy Play-by-Play booth near you. Mussina looks to first again, and ready for the pitch. He takes his time. He's a slowpoke. Here's the pitch, and it's another drive, and it's going to be caught. A little pop dinger.
Oh!
Wow, and it's a wild play, and HansSteven! Oh! This is wrestling! What a play! It's a little dink fly ball in the infield.
Apparently something got in Gomez's eye there. I don't know if it was the lights
Was
or...
that a Texas leaguer?
It certainly wasn't a fly. I don't know what happened there.
And Pedro hit a...
As we take a look at the replay here, Gomez suddenly covers his eye as if something got into it. I don't... maybe he's afraid of the ball or something. I don't know, but you never...
The ghost of Hubert Humphrey.
Here we are at the Humpty Dome, and Scotty Leyes at the plate.
Well, Gomez will be hearing about that one in the locker room, I'll tell you. Inspector Gadget's up now.
Leo Gomez has wood ticks in his eyes, and the pitcher is ready for the pitch. Here we go. And it's a strike right down the middle from Mussina.
Both pitchers looking very strong so far.
We are at a beautiful 70 degrees in the Dome, and it's 75 outside. Just wanted you to know that because it's a beautiful ambiance, if you will, here. With men on first and second, we're going to score a run here. Scotty Leyes is going to drive in Harper, and you can't do it with a pitch like that. It was inside. And it's 1-1 with one out at the bottom of the second inning.
Scott Leyes looking to get the bat going. He was not doing too well on that last road trip, hitting only 160, and I have a feeling he's due.
Scotty Leyes, the Twins, stalwart third baseman. The pitch. And it's a big cut from Scotty, and he didn't get a hold of it that time.
Way ahead. Very good pitch by Mike Mussina. We're seeing two fine young pitchers this evening.
Two young, fine pitchers, that's right. Munoz on first, Harper at second. And Mussina thinking about the pitch. Looks into the catcher. What should I throw? What should I throw? He makes up his mind, and he's ready. And he throws the ball at the catcher, and the catcher catches it, and the guy hitting the ball is not hitting it. Scotty Leyes didn't take a swing. It's a ball.
You know, usually when guys are in a slump, they tend to be very impatient, and they'll go after pitches like that. And Leyes, knowing he's in a slump, he's going to stay patient. He wants his pitch.
Scotty Leyes takes the practice swing, and the practice swing is oh so important, you know, because it loosens up those biceps and triceps. And ready for the swing. Here's the pitch. Mussina getting ready. He's a slow guy, and the pitch is low.
Looking at a full count now. Leyes will be given the green light here. They may be sending the runners.
First and second, one out. Full count to Scotty Leyes. It doesn't get any better than this. Next.
Greg Gagne up next. He's been torrid lately. Let's see what they do here.
They don't want to face that torrid Greg Gagne. Mussina looks in. Looks at the runners and, oh, close to a balk there. Harper back to second. He jumped on that base and said, this is my base and I'm going to stay on it. You're not going to get me out, Mr. Mussina. Mussina adjusts his cap, looks in. Harper hasn't shaved that mustache since he was 4. That mustache is thick and big, and they like it. And Musina looks down at the mound and says, "Who did this mound? This is a nice mound. I like it." Looks to first. Gets ready for the pitch. And sets and throws. And it's a drive. And it's
good.
another little dink. Pop up. Throws to first. No throw to first.
Greg Gagne
Leo
up now.
Gomez. It was. Let me explain what happened here. It was a sharp cut that landed on the ground off home plate. High pop up, and Leo Gomez, the third baseman, couldn't do anything with the ball. He just had no time, and Harper, with that blazing speed of his, just beat out to third base, and so did Scotty Lance. Bases are juiced.
It's the second time we've seen that in the inning.
Greg Gagne with 2 home runs this week against the Oakland Old Farts. And he looks...
Hitting 368 in that last road trip. Let's see what he does here.
He's on a torrid pace. And the pitch. And a swing. 0-1. With one out in the bottom of the second inning. Bases juiced. We have Leas at first. Munoz at second. And the one and only incomparable Brian Harper at third.
Gagne not doing it in the field like he did last year. He already has 9 errors, and last year it took him 341 or 139 games to reach that point. So
Musina to the set, looks around at all these base. And they. Gagne double play ball, and he is out. Double play, and that's the inning. That's not the game, though. Stay tuned to Budweiser Fantasy Play-by-Play, where we will have a couple of more stalwart announcers coming in for you, so stay tuned.
Signing
and for
off,
Hans
this will
Johnson
be
and
done.
Steve Herbst, I'm out of here. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Hey, you were great. Next time, bring a buddy along to record another Budweiser Fantasy Play-by-Play.